get it. Let me talk my shit now. Let me talk my shit.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another dope episode of the Bummies Not Bums podcast. You already know, it's your man, Jed Bailey. And tonight, we have another dope, special guest in the building by the name of
Donovan Randolph, also known as DawnTheCinema.
Okay, we out here. How you feeling tonight, bro?
I'm all right, just got off work, so, just trying to lay back, relax, and answer your questions.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. And you was telling me that you do this full time now, correct?
Yep, do it full time.
And wait, before we get into do it full time, what is it that you're doing full time? You know what I'm
I
saying?
am a full-time cinematographer and editor for a video agency, and obviously I do it for my own company, DawnTheCinema, as well.
Okay, that's what's up. So where you from, Don?
I am from, I guess the DMV area. I was born in D.C., moved out of D.C. around like 8, 10, and then went to Prince George's County, Charles County, so that's pretty much DMV.
Yeah,
still.
respect, bro. This was good, man. So, like, what was like the initial spark for you that made you get, interested in doing cinematography?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I guess the thing that like sparked me into wanting to do like music and just like videos and in general was in high school. I was I had a rap group in high school.
Okay.
And we used to rap. And
What's the name of the rap group?
It was called Street Savvy.
Street Savvy?
Yeah.
Street Savvy.
Yeah, and it's crazy if you go on YouTube and type in Street Savvy. Yeah, it's still up there. We never deleted that on there.
Tap in.
But I started that, and at the time when we first started, it was around like 2009, 10. So that was when like the jerk phase was out. So we had the the light blue skinnies and.
Oh shit, y'all was going hard, son.
Yeah, we was going
y'all
crazy.
Hitting the jerk in the video.
Of course, that's where we started. So
crazy.
I used to do the beats and everything and rapped. And then my friend, he rapped as well, but he had the rap skill a little bit better than I did. Not to say I couldn't rap, but that was his talent, So
you was making beats, you said?
I was making beats for it. So that was like my
like niche?
Not niche. What's the word I'm trying to say? Contribution to the group was like I made the beats.
Okay.
So my bars didn't have to be like, crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody listened to it. It's like I made the beat though. And they was like, oh, all right, I get you.
All right, cool.
So after that, we started leasing beats and everything like that. So I had to figure out another path to kind of like contribute. So I ended up picked up like a T3i.
Yep.
And I used to start doing my videos, and then that just sparked it open from there.
Okay, yeah. Respect. So T3i was the first camera you got?
Wasn't mine. It was my friend's,
okay.
But that was the first one that I was using.
Right.
First one that I personally bought was the Sony A7S in like 2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sony's a good brand too, man. Fire. Yeah. So when you started, shooting with the T3i and the Sony, like what was the first editing software that you use? Did you start off with the iMovie? Did you transition to the what I'm saying, Adobe Premiere Pro? How'd that go down? Yeah,
so I didn't forget what the name of the program was. The very first program that I used. If you was in the jerk scene back in the day, it was this little tag because it was a free software, but it was a little tag like a red lettering or something in the middle. I forget what the joint was, but that was the first one.
Okay.
After that, I was just like, I couldn't do that, and I was looking for something because you just wanted to get that tag off your video. So the next thing up was like I think I got like a torrent version of like Sony Vegas or something.
Okay.
And then that's what I was working on for a long time.
Yeah.
Until I went to school, and I think I went into school at like the golden time because that's when everything changed. The industry changed, and so. At first, you only can buy Adobe. It was the Creative Suite at first.
Right.
You paid like I don't know, up like $600-800 or something for the software.
Okay.
When I was in school, I think literally like the end of 2014 into 15, Adobe came up with the Creative Cloud, where it's like a subscription base. And then ever since then, I've been rocking Adobe since then. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what's up, bro. So currently, like, you're currently working with Adobe, like After Effects, Premiere Pro. Is that what you're on right now?
Yep.
At the moment.
Yep. Mostly Premiere Pro, And Photoshop is like my strong suit. I know
Okay.
After Effects a little bit.
That's
That just
complex,
take
ain't
me-
it?
It's not necessarily complex. It's just that, for me at least, it takes me some research to know exactly what I want to do with it.
Yeah.
Like the software and how to work it isn't complicated. It's just what you want to do with the software. Is the creative side is the
Right.
complicated part.
Okay. Respect, bro. So, like, with all that being said, do you have, like, a major influence in your life that kind of, like, pushed you, inspired you to do what you do? Or, you know what I'm saying? Along those lines. Anybody like that? Or a certain scenario that kind of influenced you, aside from, you know, the rap group?
Yeah. So I guess the answer would be like, the thing that I knew I wanted to be a cinematographer, because in filmmaking, it's a bunch of different roles you can be, like a director, cinematographer, editor. What made me wanted to be a DP cinematographer was watching the movie Her. Came
Okay.
out, I think, right before I went into college.
Okay.
And just the look of that movie was like, dang, what is this? Like,
It's called Her?
yeah, that's the joint with Spike Jonze directed it, and it was Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson when he was like in love with his AI device or whatever.
Oh, shit. I got to tap back into that. I
Yeah.
think I know what you're talking about, but I got to double check that.
Yeah,
It's a
but
good movie, though.
yeah, and it was like the cinematography was like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what kind of caught my eyes to that. And it was something I was like, I know, is the director the one that does that? And then like me just doing some research, basic research, it was like cinematographer is the one who's in control of the lights and
Right.
camera moves. And so I was like, oh, that's the
doing
guy
all that.
that's doing that. That's
them
what I want
angles.
to do. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro. Kill. So do you do directing a little bit as well, or is it just more so catered to cinematography specifically?
Right. I think because of the area that we in and the type of budgets. I do music videos, so the type of budget these music videos have, I tend to have to direct just so
Yeah.
that I can get my work out there.
Right.
So as of now, I'm directing and DPing, but I would like to just be able to DP.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like my personal stuff, you know, I write a little bit too, so I may want to go ahead and like do that. But for the most part, I would just like to just deal with the technical and creative of the shots, than trying to deal with actors and
Right.
all the stuff the directors deal
That's a
with.
lot of work, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's cool to just focus on your niche, your pocket. You know what I'm saying? So, like, with that being said, like, you say you work with a lot of DMV artists, correct?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And it's not always a high budget that they have. So I'm sure that you're working with people's budgets and just trying to provide them the best type of quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up. Any dope, artists that you've been working with lately that, you kind of want to shout out, get people hip to?
Yeah, so the one that I work with all the time, and she has like amazing music, is her name is Serena.
Serena.
Yeah, Serena. I don't want to butcher her last name. I think it's like Desir. I think it's how you pronounce her last name.
Serena Desir. I'm
But,
about to be checking you out, shorty.
Yeah,
Feel
we
me?
got a July 1st is dropping her one of her songs, All My Love. Just we shot that joint, and so
Okay.
that joint dropping July 1st. So, and that's like 12 a.m. Like as soon as July 1st hit, it's dropping. So
It's on.
yeah, so
Okay.
we did that, and then I shoot majority of her music videos. So that's the artist that like I really type in and believe in her. You know,
Yeah.
thinking that I just think it's just one song away from just
Popping.
So
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I'm that guy. Just be like right
Yeah.
there, be like, hey, you need me to shoot something? I'm right here. So
There you go.
yeah,
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Serena.
Serena.
I'm sorry, Serena. Shout out to Serena, man. All right, Don. You ready, bro?
Let's do it.
Now's the time of the segment that everybody knows. Have you had a chance to look at any of the interviews, bro?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Just kind of like scrolling through.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you seen the beer pong type setup, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You seen the bummy pong is what we like to call it, baby. That's what we about to get into, bro.
All right.
The objective of the game it's like beer pong in a sense. You got a 6-cup layout, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to make at least 3 cups. If you keep missing, you just gotta keep shooting until you make one of them bitches.
All right.
All right? Once you make a cup, there's gonna be a challenge or a game underneath the cup. I'm gonna read the challenge of the game. We gotta do it.
All right.
If you get it wrong, if you fail the challenge, if you get the game wrong, we typically have like liquor, so you gotta take a shot.
Gotcha.
So, But we just had water tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Cool,
people
yeah.
staying hydrated with the water out here.
Yep.
You feel me? So we gonna take some water shots, bro. That cool?
That's cool with me.
All right, let's get it, man. The ping pong ball is right here, bro. You got the first shot. You got to sit down, though. You can't stand up.
Yeah.
Do not let the elbow pass the table.
Dang, you can't hit that move?
Nah, you cannot.
Dang, that's
Beer
crazy.
pong, baby. Beer pong.
That's crazy.
Let's go, Bummy pong. Woo! Shot one. Tough.
I was never good at beer pong. I was never good.
Let's see how long it takes, man. Oh, shit. That's three. That's three.
All these balls in here.
Kill, there you go. Oh, appreciate it, King. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going to do a challenge, and then we're going to get into shooting the rest, all right?
Gotcha.
Haha. Name of the game is called Sound Familiar,
All right.
okay? So, in essence, I'm going to say a word, a phrase, whatever the case may be. I'm going to say something. You have to elaborate on it. Cool?
All right.
Bundles.
Oh.
We out here, baby. Shout out Bundles. Shout out my man's
Shout out
Cap.
Bendels.
I know
yeah.
Cap, too.
Oh, dang.
I was in that
yeah.
joint.
Oh, you was?
Yeah. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. Talk about it. Talk about
Hold
it.
up. Time out. You said you was in Bundles?
Yeah.
Where was I at?
Shit, you was probably shooting. I made a little cameo, though. It was like in a warehouse. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
in a warehouse.
I think it was like in a warehouse in the city.
Dang. All right.
son.
We'll tap in too.
All right, for sure.
But Bundles,
Yes, sir.
a lot of work. It was the first thing to come to mind on that thing.
Yeah.
It was a whole month worth of shooting.
Uh-huh.
We started in July, so you know that's like the hottest month down here in DC.
Facts.
And so you just sweating. You just gotta try to stay hydrated as much as possible.
For sure.
We had a small crew, probably like 4 of us,
Yep.
doing all the camera and lights. So
Yeah.
it was a lot, but I'm glad that it's seen the light of day. It's out. It's on pre-order, so pre-order that mug, iTunes, bundlesmovie.com. Check that out. Pre-order that thing. And, yeah, it's supposed to be on, you know what, I'm not even going to say that. I don't even know if I can say that yet, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna get into it. Ain't gonna get into it too crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But be
yeah.
on the lookout for Bundles. Real talk. And that was directed by who?
That was directed by Ryan Jordan, also known as Reds, and Jeff Leslie. I call him Hefe, but that's my guy Jeff, so yeah.
Okay. And the storyline was written by who?
That was Cap Hill, also known as Maurice Hill.
Hey, shout out Cap. Good man's right there.
Yeah.
That's my homie who reached out to me to get that shit done, bro.
Gotcha,
I was in like the warehouse scene. I think it was a warehouse. It was like an industrial building. We was high up, and then like inside that building, like I had to stand behind a column and kind of like walk in the column. And then they had like a class session like in that same vicinity, where I was a part of a class, a discussion board or whatever.
Discussion board.
Like it was like a class setup. You know, we had chairs and then we had someone. It's been a minute, so I can't really recall exactly
Was it
how
at
it went down.
You said it was at a warehouse though, so it wasn't the
It was-
school scene.
I don't know if it was a warehouse. It was like an industrial building, I think.
Yeah, I know, cause I was there. I don't know if you was probably there when second unit came in to get like up to pick up the pickups.
Probably. Yeah.
That's probably where you was on, cause
Yeah, it was like a slight cameo, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I
Gotcha.
reached out, so
okay,
you wanna
okay.
come show some love.
I'm about to go check it out again.
Yeah, no doubt.
See it again.
All right, next one, man. Dollhouse.
Dollhouse. Dang, that's old school. I
We
think
take it back, baby. We take it back. We do our research, cut.
Dollhouse. That was a little fashion film that a friend of mine shot. I was just the gaffer on that one, so I just helped light it.
Directed by Zhang, right? Zhang Photography.
Yeah. That was that's funny. She was a photography teacher in AI where I graduated from.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay,
she's
dope.
She's dope. Yep. It was directed by her, and then it was DP'd by my friend Alvaro and Anthony. So
Okay.
shout out to them too.
Hey, good man. All right, next one, man. Canon 1DX Mark III.
DSLR is dead. I don't know. Nah, I don't want nobody to kill me if they still on DSLRs, but I think it's dead. At least for filmmakers, it is.
Okay.
It's very limiting. I'm not even going to talk about the size because if y'all see my Instagram, y'all see how big my cameras are. So
Yeah,
I
that
can't
shit was
talk
like a
about-
whole damn unit, bro. That shit
I
was
can't be
crazy.
talking about cameras being too big. I think it's nowadays where we at with the industry and stuff. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
limiting to just be stuck to one mount.
Yeah.
Which is the EF mount, which is very universal. A lot of lenses make EF mount, but
Okay. What's EF stand for?
you know what? I just know it's a mount that Canon made.
It's like a
stands for
universal
something.
mount.
Well, no, it's a Canon mount.
Okay.
But a lot of lenses, lens manufacturers make lenses for that mount.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
each camera has its own mount. Like Nikon has the F mount.
Right.
Canon have EF mount.
Okay.
Sony had E mount, and it kind of goes on. But with mirrorless, not to get too nerdy and into it, but the flange distance is real small, so you can adapt it to like industry standard PL lenses, to EF lenses, to old 70 lenses back in the
That's
day.
with any mirrorless Canon.
You can do it with Canon, just with the adapters, because the flange distance is a lot less than.
So I
the
could do.
EF
I got
mount.
an EOS M50. It's mirrorless. So I
Yeah,
can do it with that.
you can do that with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
A bump in the night.
Oh man. Yeah, I did some. Yeah, dang. I even.
Ah.
It's I never had to think. It is on my Instagram page, but bump in the night, that was actually for an Aperture contest.
Okay.
It
And
was
for the people who don't know what Aperture is, go break it down for us, man.
Aperture is a lighting company. I don't want to like butcher the history of Aperture, but I've been using Aperture products since the beginning of my filmmaking career.
Okay.
And I remember when they were just doing little LED panels at the time. Now
Yeah.
they're like easily becoming one of the industry standards in LED lighting.
So it's a production company.
It's not a production company. It's well, I guess you can say a production company, not in a sense of like shooting things, but in the terms of products.
Right.
They make LED lights, and I think they just mostly focus on lights now. Back in the early days, they used to do like lens mounts and everything, stuff like that. But now it's more focused on lights.
Right. And then as far as Aperture, the word Aperture goes, for people interested in filming photography, can you kind of explain that to the audience as to what Aperture actually is?
Yeah. So, well, with the LED lighting company, they spell Aperture different because I guess it's not about. I guess it is kind of about aperture, but aperture is basically on the lens. When you stop it down, it's basically kind of like how your iris works. So if it's too bright, you stop it down and lets in it's basically telling the lens to let less light in.
Right.
And when you open it up, it's telling it to let more light in.
Okay.
So that's basically what the aperture is in a layman's
Everybody
term.
interested, yeah, appreciate that. Everybody interested in filming, you know what I'm saying, photography, pay attention. All right, let's get into it. Maya LB, or Maya, I'm sorry, probably Maya LB and Anthony Castillo.
Yeah, those are the other members of DawnTheCinema when I started the LLC. Maya is dope. She's like young. Like, I think she just turned 21.
Okay. Dope.
She's dope. Best producer I ever work with.
Hey, shout
editor.
out Maya, man.
Yeah. And then Anthony, that's my guy. We went to college together.
Okay.
And he's a dope cinematographer. And also dope AC gaffer. Just, it's kind of like the closest thing I could get to like replicating me on set.
Oh,
you know what I'm
word.
saying? Like, you always be like, dang, I wish I could clone myself to
That's
do
like
that.
your right hand in a sense.
Yeah, so it's like I know when he's on set, I can like, if I'm like either doing something else, like even on bundles, it's a couple shots where I had to let him actually take the camera and do things because we had to split off on stuff.
Right,
and
right.
I didn't have to worry about like, oh, I hope he got this shot, or was it this or that.
You already knew.
Yep.
I already knew. My
Already
guy.
knew, so.
All right, man. So that is the name. That's the game. Sound familiar, bro? Congratulations, you passed. You don't got to really sit, man.
All right.
Next shot. Let's get it. Let's go. Kill. We gonna hit the air on that
Airball.
joint.
Another one.
Another one. Almost. There you go.
It is. Was that 3? I think it's like every third one of them.
No bullshit. Hey, 3 is the lucky number, though, bruh. That's my number right there. Oh, this is trivia, bro. You ready?
Oh man, I'm not good at trivia.
All right, say
Not
less,
at
say
all.
less. A dolly in is what?
It's basically like you pushing in very stable. It's a stable shot. most likely is on a dolly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called a dolly in. You on the dolly and you push in, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like when the camera is mounted on a moving platform and approaches the subject.
Yep. So
Right.
you can kind of be, if you want to be DIY, technically, if you like go on carpet, hardwood floors, you can put your tripod on paper towels and slide it in. That's considered a dolly.
Dolly in.
Yeah.
Hey, respect. That's good to know. That's good to know. All right, next one. What is the camera movement called which combines both horizontal and vertical camera movement in the same motion? There's a few options. Okay? And you let me know. I'll repeat the question.
Yeah.
What is the camera movement called which combines both horizontal and vertical camera movement in the same motion? Dialing movement, crabbing movement, compound movement, or panning movement?
I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't never heard that one before.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you gotta let me know. I'm learning something today myself.
The answer is compound movement. Compound
Okay.
movement is when the camera movement combines both horizontal and vertical camera movement in the same motion. I do not know how you would do that.
I don't either. I don't have no clue.
Horizontal
I'm
and
thinking,
vertical camera movement
Is
in
it
the
an
same
example
motion.
of a shot of that?
Shit, I should have pulled something up, man.
Nah,
I
you
don't have an
good.
example
It's
right
called
now.
it's called compound movement. I'll
Compound
look it up.
movement, yeah.
I'll look it up.
All right, well, you can learn something from this.
Yeah,
joint.
I thought
We learned something about
I know
you.
some wild stuff, but I ain't never heard of that one.
All right, say less. All right, last one, man. You know, we got to work in threes. Who built the first motion picture camera?
Dang. Again, I don't even know that one.
You know that one?
Nah, I wouldn't know Edison.
Nah. That one, he was among the list, though. Thomas Edison, George Eastman, W.K.L. Dickson, or the Lumiere brother.
Nah, I don't even know.
W.K.L. Dickson in 1895 built the first motion picture camera.
Okay. You know what's
Alright.
crazy? In school, I don't think we learned about
The history?
We did, but it wasn't like that. They taught us that racist ass movie, Birth of a Nation, because that was the first like almost like blockbuster at the time.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, so we learned
crazy.
about that racist. But
Hey, fuck that movie.
yep, that's
Damn,
where that
for real,
came
bro?
from. Yeah.
All right, man. I don't want to get into that, bro.
Yeah, that's
All right.
look.
Next
look,
shot.
that's what I'm
We ain't even
saying.
want to talk about it, bro. Next shot. You got it. All right.
Oh, that was
Sheesh.
crazy.
There we
Yep,
go,
son,
there we
that
go.
was every third shot. That is insane.
Was that third for real?
That was third shot, like every third shot.
I'm telling you, bro. That's the number, bro.
That's wild.
That's the number. Thank you, bro.
I'm just mad. I'm just glad that that's the last one because I don't think I was gonna hit that.
Hey,
hole.
you made it, bro. The name of the game is called Name That Cinematographer.
All right, we gonna try it. I ain't that good at that either.
So I'm gonna pull up some pictures. I'm gonna show you a picture. You just gotta name them. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
All right. Number one.
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's Roger Deakins right there. That's the GOAT.
Hey,
That's the GOAT
my
right
guy
there.
knew
That's the
exactly who
GOAT.
that was.
That's
All right,
the GOAT.
all right. So Roger Deakins, talk about it.
Son, the greatest to ever do it, man.
Oh yeah, the greatest.
The greatest to ever do it, man.
Okay.
You gotta give this man his flowers, man, because he getting up there in age and it's getting sad too, because you know. But that man eye is impeccable, man. Like
Yeah.
I can name Sicario was my one of my favorites by him. Obviously,
Okay.
he did Skyfall, James Bond, which is the greatest James Bond film I
That was
think
a
in
great
my
one.
like. I watched the new one. It just doesn't hit the same. Skyfall was like that.
Yeah.
Sicario was it, and then Prisoners. You watch Prisoners with Hugh Jackman.
Mm-hmm.
The cinematography on that is just A1.
I'm gonna watch that tonight, bro.
Yeah,
Shit. That's what's up, man. All right, next one.
Dang.
He look familiar?
He looked familiar.
Look familiar?
Dang, I'm trying to think.
Hey, I got some good ones.
Dang. He looked mad familiar, and I don't want to say he ain't do nothing with Spielberg, did he? No.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say.
No, it doesn't
I don't
say.
know. I don't know.
Nah, I don't know.
The gentleman's name is Robert Richardson.
Okay.
His visual style is hard lighting from the top, large light sources, blown out rim lighting, prefers manual cranes for smooth motion. Selected films are Inglourious Bastards,
Okay, he worked with
Kill
Quentin
Bill.
Tarantino. Yeah.
The Aviator, great movie. The Hateful Eight, Shutter Island, and Casino, my movie, man.
Yeah.
A
So,
Few
yeah,
Good
he
Men,
worked with that.
JFK, Natural Born Killers. He has won 3 Oscars, another 15 wins, and 98 nominations.
Okay.
All right, last but not least, we gotta take it to the brothers, man. Come on.
Is that Bradford? Oh, nah. I don't know that one.
I mean, I don't know, bro. It's cool. This gentleman's name is Ernest Dickson.
Okay.
Ernest Dickson is the director and cinematographer of one of the most productive, and he is one of the most productive and underappreciated filmmakers of our time. However, given that Dickerson's credentials include numerous Spike Lee collaborations,
I figured he worked with Spike.
such as Do the Right Thing, it's surprising that many filmmakers are not aware of his work, or are aware of his work but not of his name. Dickerson has worked as a cinematographer for musical greats such as Bruce Springsteen, Anita Baker, and Miles Davis, in addition to projects that have revolutionized the landscape of black film. As a filmmaker, he gave us the legendary picture Juice, 1992, in which Tupac Shakur made his acting debut. Dickerson has also directed episodes for television shows such as The Wire, ER, Weeds, Dexter, and The Walking Dead, among many others. Ernest Dickson.
Gotcha.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right, man. Give it up for Don. We completed. Bummy Palm, baby. Yeah. Let's get into it, man. In your opinion, Don, why is filmmaking important to our society, brother?
So I was actually thinking about this last night.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk of filmmaking, I don't know if it's like physically, like, you know, based off survival and things like that, not really all that important. But in terms of entertainment, you know, early humans and our ancestors was telling stories, you know what I'm saying? So
True.
from telling stories, that's all filmmaking is, essentially, you know? And so in that sense, just to keep human mind from going crazy, just all the thoughts that's in our head, you know?
Yeah.
I guess that's how it becomes important. But in today's society, I mean, you got to think about it, man. Filmmaking, most definitely being a brother coming from a person of color, you know, we came a long way in filmmaking and making it important. Because like I said, in school, they taught us that racist film, Birth of a Nation,
Right.
and that film itself did so much damage in our community. And we came a long way. So even where back in the day, I mean, granted, we just call it exposure now, and you are a good cinematographer, you know how to expose for people of color skin. But back when colored film and stuff was coming out, even with iPhones nowadays, like, it's kind of hard if you have two people with different skin complexions. It's kind of hard to, like, get proper exposure. It tends to
mess it.
Right.
You got a light bright like me in the camera, and then you got a dark skinned person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so, you know, but in terms of just, you know, taking over film and being able to create pieces of our own, I think that's important because, you know, in our communities, we tend to think we see all the negative things, you know. That's how you make it out the hood or wherever predicament you in. It's either, you know, sell this, sell that, start rapping, this and that. It's you know, it's other avenues to do things. And I think being able to, and through film, doing that and letting people know, like, hey, you can go this route as well, it's just something else. So I think in that sense it's important.
Hell yeah.
So
I think it's more influential at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, you know, you got your favorite rappers, but when you look at their music videos, it's somebody that had to shoot that. So
Facts. Pay attention, y'all. Y'all missing out on like the real ones, bro. Like as rappers, because I make music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a lot of, like, I would say local people, but just people in general, they're trying to get the best bang for their buck. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't really have that money to put up for these like big high end production films. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to meet with people like yourself who look out for people, you know what I'm saying? Like work with people's budgets and stuff like that and provide them the best quality product so they can pop, you know what I mean? So respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? Doing that damn thing, bruh. Any current projects or ventures in the work currently that you got going on?
Yeah, so tomorrow actually is we're doing a premiere. I think it's up on East Street. Short film I shot last year in August. We got a theater doing that premiere, and it's going to be from it's 2 showings from 7 p.m. and there's another one at 8:15.
So each one lasts like an hour with a 15-minute interval, or
it's not an hour for sure. It's like probably like 30-something minutes with a couple of trailers. So
cool.
It's a little short film.
What's the name of
it? It's called Days. Yep, directed by Jules Proctor.
Okay.
Also another AI alum. So
shout out Jules Proctor for sure. Is that a lady or a male?
It's a lady. Yep.
Lady? Okay.
So that's happening. Obviously, Bundles is on pre-order and more.
But you don't have an exact release date on Bundles?
It's supposed to be, I believe, July 22nd is when it hits. Yeah.
Okay. And that's going to be where again?
It's on iTunes now.
iTunes?
So like for pre-order, so you can pre-order it now.
Okay.
It just went live. The trailer just went live on like Fandango.
Okay.
Yeah. And a bunch of like those movie sites and things like that. So if you on YouTube, just type in Bundles. Bundles movie. You should see the.
Is there going to be a debut showing of it in the area?
Yeah, I think we're doing something July 13th.
July 13th?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna tap back in with you around that time. I want to pull up, show some love.
Yeah. So we got that going. Serena dropping her music video on July 1st.
Okay.
What else? I'm trying to think of anything else kind of going on at the moment. Those are like my biggest 3. I think this is kind of happening at the moment now. So.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Good shit, bro. Love to hear, man. Always working. We're going to get into current topics real quick. That cool?
Yep.
All right. Have you heard about Brittany Griner, or is it Grinner? The basketball player, female basketball player?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she got caught up in Russia with
like a little bit of weed or something.
Something like that. You know what I mean? So this is the current news with the Brittany situation. She has a trial in Russia to begin on Friday. This Friday, she faces up to 10 years if convicted for a fucking jewel.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Brittany Griner's case in Russia is making progress, though not in the direction many have called for since her detainment. A Russian court determined the WNBA player's trial would begin on July 1st, this Friday, according to AP News. The news broke out on Monday as photos of a shackled Brittany started to make their rounds. Let's see. She was arrested for vape cartridges containing cannabis oil. As previously reported, Brittany was arrested nearly 4.5 months ago at a Moscow airport. Authorities say they found vape cartridges containing hashish oil in her luggage while she entered the county via the Sheremetyevo airport. I butchered the fuck out of that. The Phoenix Mercury center player was returned to the country from New York to play for a Russian team. It is a common practice among American athletes to travel international countries to play competitive sports, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So what you think about that, bro?
First off, it sucks. I know in that situation it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Up to 10 years, it sucks completely.
But we clearly know what this is about. With the war in Ukraine, it sucks that she's being held because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like their bargaining tool, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing so many other things and people of like putting what ifs and stuff to it. Yep. But at this point, you can what if all you want to. It's just we know which they're holding her for. It's
some get back.
It's some get back. We got us spending, I don't know, whatever Biden just put, like whatever billion amount of money to support Ukraine. So like if we doing all this, obviously it's like, oh, we're gonna hold this person. If you want them back, you gonna have to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, scratch our back, but scratch yours type shit, bro.
Right. And so they know if they just send her back here, we're not gonna do nothing. She's not gonna spend no jail time.
Right. It's a vape.
if anything, they gonna probably give her
You
community
think
service,
they
but-
giving 10 years to Russian people with oil cartridges and stuff like that, or you think it's
You know
solely
what's
because she's
crazy?
American?
Like I said, I think they're holding her because she's American.
Right.
But in terms if they would do that with other Russians,
Yeah.
I don't know how Russia operate.
Right.
Based off like just the vibe and the type of stuff you see, I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah,
people go to jail for
They
that.
don't be playing, bro. They don't play
Yeah,
no games
so
over
it's
there.
just like, I'm not victim blaming at all. But next time you just gotta be smarter and know, not to say that she knew that like a war was gonna break out, you know what I'm saying? Because that literally happened as she was doing that. But just know
she
that like
did her
if
research
you're going,
though before traveling internationally, you gotta know like what you're getting into. You know what I'm
and then I
saying?
mean I get it, it's a vape pen, you think you ain't, you know what I'm saying, it's empty, you think
Right.
it's good,
Right.
and people want to be petty, but just gotta kind of be smarter.
Oh, my fault, Brittany. Nah, I was saying my fault to Brittany, but nah. Hey, nah, shout out Brittany, man. Hopefully she comes home soon.
Yeah, I hope she come home soon.
You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta get into it, bro. Let's get some motivation, man. For anybody who's aspiring to do what you do, be a cinematographer, DOP, right?
Yep.
Excuse me. The vape got me. Give us like a breakdown. Give us some inspiration, man. Give us some motivation. Give us some gems. What you got, Don? Come on.
Oh, man. I will say this. Make sure if you want to be in the filmmaking, don't do it for the money. Not to say it's not money in this industry. It is, but just know you're going to be fighting a lot of uphill battles in this thing. Like I said, you do work with a lot of people who don't have the budgets for things, but at the same time, you got to make sure that we all humans, we all live in America. We see where these gas prices going. We all gotta pay bills and things like.
Crazy, yo.
We all gotta pay bills, and so it's kind of hard to try to justify your art, And so, a lot of people is like, "Oh, I'm spending this. I know somebody that got my iPhone that can do it."
Right.
I would say if somebody say that to you, in the most respectful way you can, tell them to go with that person.
Yeah.
Because you taking that from experience. You take the job because you either in the bind, you like, dang, I can really use the money, and you take it knowing that like you giving them a mad discount, but they don't know that. They just think you just providing a service,
Right.
and so which you are in a sense, but they don't know that my camera is $10,000. The van I'm riding in is $600 a month.
Everything that
And-
goes into it, man.
Right, all the stuff that going in. And that's
Everything
just
that
the
goes
technical
into
the technical side. The technical
You
side
ain't even
of it.
get into time. You ain't
Time
even get
that I
to
spent to
time.
learn how to do this.
It's crazy.
The editing software is $60 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so they don't understand that.
Right.
And so
Right.
and it's not their they're not really supposed to know. But
Right.
at the same time, you're not supposed to go drop down on your budget
But you should like
too much.
You're not a customer is not supposed to know technically, but they
Right.
should be aware of the things that it does take. You know what I'm saying? Not the ins and outs, but be aware that there is production costs. There is time that you have to spend on editing. There is time that you have to spend on learning certain things, and time that you have to spend on gas, getting to these locations.
Yep.
So anybody who's trying to, work with a cinematographer, videographer, whatever you may call it, photographer, understand that they charge what they charge because they value their work. And if you don't value their work, then you don't need to work with them. Real talk.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and make sure that your cost is, if it makes sense, I do work with budgets, but it's a such thing as too low, and I can't do.
For sure.
But the thing is this, that a lot of it too is there's respect. You know that you're not gonna go up to Target, right? You paying this water is what $2.99. You're not gonna go up to Target and be like, hey, this water $2.99. Can I get it for 50 cents?
Like shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
and
shit.
even if you want to take it a step further, you go up to what's like your favorite artist at the moment?
Favorite artist, I say Russ.
Russ, right?
Right.
So you go up to Russ and you say, hey, I saw your music video that you did. Who was the person that did this music video for?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, it's like Colin Tilley or whatever popping off right now.
Okay.
Coming in there, right? You're not going to go up to him. He say his price. You can be like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Or try to figure out a way to get that money.
Right.
You're not going to be like, hey, man, that's out my
try to
budget.
bargain with him.
You ain't going to
know what I'm
bargain with
saying?
him because of his name.
Right.
So why you going to try to bargain with somebody that may not have the name, but they work, you know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself.
Self-explanatory.
So it's just like, just be respectful, If you don't have the budget,
you know what I'm saying?
a lot of us willing to work with you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We can break down the payment down to like 4 payments and things like that. There's other things that we can do.
Facts.
But don't try to like minimize what we do and be like, hey, I know somebody that has a DSLR that can do it for XYZ.
So go with them. If you're gonna say all that, then go with that person. But don't put it out there in your face or whoever it is face that they're trying to work with.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to work with that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
There's a reason why you're reaching out to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yep.
be
Only thing
aware of that shit.
I would say
Y'all
only
crazy.
thing you can kind of budget on, and try to like get any type of, lack of better words, deals, is do your research and learn on the equipment.
Right.
Because not to say, but depending on areas too, sometimes they have to upcharge. If you live in New York, obviously New York is expensive, so you're gonna have to upcharge a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you look at the equipment cost is something that's the only thing that's the same. It's something that's uniform. You can go look on rental sites, see how much they charge for a day, things like that. If you feel that this person is overcharging you,
Right.
but they tend to give you an equipment cost and then they labor cost. When it comes to their labor cost, I don't care if they say, hey, I charge $10,000 on their labor.
Yeah.
That's if you like they work, that's what they charge. They can charge whatever on their labor.
Right.
But the equipment is where you can have like a baseline to be like, all right, this is normally where things kind of go. You can do that.
Yep. That's smart. I think that's the best approach to go about it for real.
Right. If there's like one of those things like that. But if you doing that to nickel and a diamond with somebody, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Regardless, man, like if y'all working with somebody, and you want to work with somebody, you reach out to a cinematographer, photographer, whatever the case may be. Value their work, you feel me? And if you truly believe that y'all would be a good team, maybe you could set up a little payment plan, you feel me? Like they are understanding. Coming from Don and himself, you hear me? So yeah, bruh. Yeah, that looked like that's the end of the interview, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Okay. Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Glad to be here. This is my first one to be up here doing interviews. I mean,
Okay.
I think my friend Benji is the first one to but it was more like a interview set down, lights, camera type of interview thing.
Word.
But that's just like my first podcast. So
Hey, so how you feel about it, man?
it's cool. I was been thinking about starting my own little podcast and stuff.
Oh,
just
shit.
talking about
Oh shit, you hear that, King? Clientele, baby, clientele, baby.
Just kind of let's talk about like filmmaking and games and stuff like that. Just kind of like this.
Are you
talk.
a gamer?
Not really.
Uh-huh.
It's just that games now is becoming mad cinematic now.
Okay.
And so kind of try to like talk about that, how
Incorporate
we
that a
feel
little
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's what's up, man. Anything you want to say to the viewers, man? I know we don't got a lot right now, but they coming, baby. So yeah, get them hip to anything you want to say, man.
check me out on Instagram, DawnTheCinema. When you go on my Instagram, you also under my bio, you see my website. Check that out. And if you guys do music, or you trying to do a short film, narrative film, full feature, you got a company, need a commercial, on that website, just scroll down the contact us. We'll get back to you.
Hey, DawnTheCinema, baby. We live, man. Thank you for coming through, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's been real, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, likewise, yo, check this out, man. Jet Bailey signing out. Bummies Not Bums podcast, season 2, episode number 6. It's been lit. It's been real. It's been real smooth. It's been real cool. We got DawnTheCinema in the building, baby, and we out. Peace.
Let's get it. Let me talk my shit now. Let me talk my shit.